Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV. As always, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate you taking your time out to watching the videos and interacting with the video as well. Now, the first T20 is up on us. So in this video, we're going to be looking at the potential starting lineup that the West Indies could use, based on the current squad makeup, and giving you, the viewers and subscribers, an opportunity to share in the comment section the lineup that you would go with as well, or whether or not you agree or disagree with my lineup, right? So there are a few things I took into consideration when coming up with this lineup. I'm going to be sharing them with you as well. And but before I get into sharing the lineup, would really appreciate if you take a few seconds to just like the video, and if you're new to the channel or for whatever reason you have not subscribed to the channel as yet, if you'd subscribe to the channel. Those are simple ways for you to support the channel, but it really goes a far way in helping the channel to grow, and your support is much appreciated, right? So just take a few seconds to do those things, then we'll get into the starting lineup. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, let's get into it, right? So like I said earlier, right, there are a few things I considered when coming up with this starting lineup, such as the amount of bowlers that we want to go into this match with, right? So in my lineup, I'm going in with at least 6 frontline bowlers. In the T20 format, you always want to give yourself that option of having an extra bowler or extra bowlers, just in case one of your frontline bowlers are a bit expensive, which is normal in T20 cricket, right? So that's something I took into consideration. Also going with a bit of experience in the lineup as well, right? Especially in the middle order, right? So this is the lineup that I would go with. So first in the opening spot is Brandon King, who is the vice captain, of course. So he is a sure pick in my lineup. So I would open with Brandon King and Johnson Charles, right? Charles has been in brilliant form. I don't know what his form is right now, but coming from the CPL, we saw that he performed well in the CPL, right? So King and Charles opens for me. At the number 3 spot, I'm gonna keep Pooran at the number 3 spot, for the time being. It goes without saying, we know what Pooran can do, but like I mentioned in a previous video, this is definitely a series where Pooran, needs to step up and perform well for us, right? So Pooran at number 3. At number 4, I am going to go with Andre Fletcher. Right, so if you don't know, Andre Fletcher has been brought into the squad as a replacement for Evan Lewis. Right, Evan Lewis, he has an injury. Right, so Fletcher has been brought in, and I'm going to go for Fletcher's experience in that middle order, batting him at number 4. Right, at number 5 would be Captain Ravman Powell, and of course, Powell and Fletcher can interchange depending on the situation of the match, right? As is the nature of T20 cricket, right? It's a format where you have to be fluid, right, and be willing to make adjustments on the go, right? So Powell is at number 5 from in the lineup, but I wouldn't be surprised if they bat Powell at number 4 as well. At number 6 is Raston Chase, right? Raston Chase, He has been brilliant for us in the T20 format, whether it's with the ball or the bat, right? Sometimes he performs with the bat, other times it's his bowling that helps us, right? So Chase at number 6 is definitely in my starting lineup, right? It goes without saying, right? At number 7 is another all-rounder, and that is Romario Shepherd. Right, again, Shepherd likewise, you have some matches where, and as an all-rounder, this is what you expect, right? As an all-rounder, you don't expect them to perform. I mean, you want them to perform consistently in whatever facet, whether it's with the bat or the ball, but it's just in nature of cricket. Sometimes, one area will be doing better than another, and Shepherd is no different, right? But we know what Shepherd can do in terms of his big hitting, especially towards the back end of the innings, right? So Shepherd at number 7, and his bowling is very handy as well at times, right? So Shepherd at number 7 in my lineup. At number 8, right, is Gudakesh Moti. Right, Gudakesh Moti batting at number 8. And as we've seen in recent series, Gudakesh Moti is like a floating hitter. Right, so depending on the match situation, you might see Gudakesh Moti coming up higher up the order. that has proved to be successful for the West Indies, you know, especially in recent series. We even saw it in the just concluded ODI series against Bangladesh, where in the last match he was promoted up the order, you know, to go and bat with who was it? To go and bat with Django, and he scored 40-something and not out, right? 40-something, right? So Moti is definitely a threat with the bat now, you know, a genuine threat with the bat now, right? He's been scoring runs consistently, right? So Moti is at number 8 for me, and of course he's in the team primarily for his bowling, but we definitely cannot ignore his batting ability as well. So at number 8 is Moti. At number 9 for me is Akeal Hosein, right? You know, goes without saying, you know, he is our power play bowler, right? He's been performing well for us, especially in the power play, right? So Akeal Hosein, you know, him, you know, this you can call him a spin duo. Him and good at catch Moti, you know, Hosein, you know, doing this thing in the power play, and then Moti coming in the middle overs and continuing, you know, to get wickets and also restrict the batsmen, which, as you know, in the T20 format, you know, restricting batting teams is very important, or as just as important as getting wickets, right? So Akeal Hosein bats at number 9. At number 10 is Alzarri Joseph, right? It goes without saying, Alzarri is our strike bowler, you know, he's our fastest bowler, and he's been taking wickets for us as well, right? Our most experienced bowler right now as well, right? So Alzarri is at number 10, and at number 11, I'm going to go with Obed McCoy, right? Obed McCoy, when he's on at his best, is definitely one of our best bowlers, especially in the T20 format, you know, with his variations and his ability to deceive batsmen, and, you know, bowling in the back end of the innings as well, right? You know, and he's been on the comeback trail, and I'm definitely glad to see Obed McCoy in the squad. So Obed McCoy makes the starting 11 for me as well, and that would be my starting 11. So just going over the starting 11 again, it would be King and Charles to open, Pooran at 3, Fletcher at 4, Powell at 5, Chase at 6, Shepherd at 7, Moti at 8, Akeal Hosein at 9, Alzarri Joseph at 10, and Obed McCoy at number 11. That's the starting lineup that I would go with. Definitely let me know what you think about that starting lineup. You know, who would you do you agree with that starting lineup? You know, or if you don't agree, which of the players would you have brought in ahead of any of the players that I selected, right? So if that's the starting 11, it means that the players that are on the bench are Casey Carty, Terence Hines, and Casey Carty, Terence Hines, and there's one more. I can't remember it off the top of my head right now, but it's a 14-member squad, so there are 3 players on the bench, right? So which of those players would you bring in to replace the players that I have selected, right? But that's the starting lineup again, you know, going with making sure that there are 6 bowlers, and it's a blend, right? So there are 3 spinners and 3 fast bowlers as well, right? And, you know, if needed, Ravman Powell can bowl an over or so as well, you know. Hopefully that's not needed, right? But so in reality, there are 7 potential bowlers in the lineup, but only 6 that we're only expecting at least 6 of them to bowl based on the situation of the game, right? So that's the starting lineup I would go with. Let me know if you agree or if you disagree. You know, I do think this lineup, you know, this squad overall, you know, has what it takes to beat Bangladesh, and in all honesty, we are expecting them to win this match and win this series comfortably, just as they did the ODI series. But as you know, in cricket, nothing is a given. You know, the squad looks good on paper, or looks like it's a winning squad on paper, but the match is not won on paper, right? They have to go out there and perform on the field, and that's what we want them to do, and that's what we're hoping for them to do in this first match, right? So definitely share in the comment section if you agree or if you disagree, right? But that's all I have for you in this one. You know, that's my starting lineup again. Before I end the video, just going over the lineup again. So it would be King to open, King and Charles opening, Pooran at 3, Fletcher at 4, Powell at 5, Chase at 6, Shepherd at 7, Moti at 8, Akil Hussein at 9, Alzarri Joseph at 10, and Obed McCoy at number 11. That's the starting lineup that I would go with. Let me know if you agree or if you disagree. As always, thank you for watching. Do remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and definitely share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.